Black woman would do $5 million total. It opened at 20. Wow. So when you underestimate it, you can make the best deals, right? So that's why I tell people, don't go in the room giving your resume trying to impress anybody. See what deal you can make. Go under first. People don't have that.
Oh my God.
All my life, I wanted to be the man who owned the house. So that's when I entered this business, when I started doing these plays, when I started doing movies. Giving up ownership was not an option. I had to own everything. It was a blessing in being underestimated, because what happened is every time I made a deal, they didn't, oh, this just some, these folks at Hollywood, oh, it's just some play or just some black people doing it. They thought Diary of a Mad Black Woman would do $5 million total. It opened at 20. Wow. So when you underestimate it, you can make the best deals, right? So that's why I tell people, don't go in the room giving your resume trying to impress anybody. See what deal you can make. Go under first. People don't have that. That twin brain that can be.
That's a very interesting point. Stop trying to sell yourself to people on why they should pay you as an employee. Make a deal. Because when you're making a deal, then you're bringing your value to the table in a different way. You're saying, like, how can we work together? Like, is this is what I provide? You know, is this, what do you need? It's just going into it with it's just a different mindset when you're walking into it, where it's like, I'm not looking for you to own me. And when I say own me, you know, work for me. I'm looking to make a deal. I'm looking to, you know, we can have some type of consultant relationship, something like that. Now, not to say that there's anything wrong with it, but what I'm saying is, let's start off with, first and foremost, there's nothing, people choose to do whatever they want, but just based on what he initially said, when he said that he always had the mentality that he wanted to own the house, own whatever he was in. So in order to keep ownership of something that you have to make sure that you're approaching it from an ownership standpoint, not an employee standpoint. So that's all he's saying. That's all he's saying. As far as that's my takeaway. And it's funny, just getting back to the comment of the last conversation, and Unc and Thoughtfields were finishing up. Thoughtfields wrote, I know in West Virginia, some parts you might not want to go there, no joke. And Unc wrote, you're right that there's some parts of West Virginia I wouldn't go if I wasn't strapped up and had the army behind me. Unc, you grew up in the Bronx, man. Stop playing. Stop playing, bro. There's some parts of Newark I don't want to walk in. There's some parts of Irvington, the Bronx, as a black person that I don't want to walk around in if I ain't strapped up with the army behind me. Now I know there's some, and it's just so funny how we look at, when it's a white only town, we'll look at it a bit differently than recognizing the danger when we walk around our own neighborhoods. And we talked about this on the last show. I don't want to hear about West Virginia. Like West Virginia, they got their own culture. They got maybe it's a sundown town. Well, the Bronx is a sundown town too. I don't want to be there after sundown. You going out in the Bronx? I remember Maya's friend saying, oh, it's such and such's birthday. We going out. Like, you want to come? And my Maya asking me, you want to go out there and meet them? Where they going? Oh, this spot in the Bronx. No. No. Like, no. And there's a video that I should have showed y'all that talks about this point. It's like, yo, when you take yourself seriously and you reach certain goals and you just see yourself in to where you prioritize your safety and well-being, you can't go certain places. There's no reason for you to go. Like, nah.
First and foremost, want to give a huge shout out to everybody that continues to tap in with us, like and subscribe and join our community. If you haven't already, please make sure that you do. We look forward to engaging in some dope convo with you that can help us all elevate. So like, subscribe, and maybe even share the video if you're feeling real generous. On that note, we'll let you get back to the video. See you soon.
Why would I want to do that? Just honest. Y'all can call me whatever it is that y'all want. I'm being real. Yeah, are we going out in the Bronx? Nah, I'm good. I'm gonna stay right here in these suburbs in Jersey.
An artist, but also be a businessman.
Break that down.
That's twin brain. You get both sides of your brain working. That's where a lot of artists get in trouble. They only want to be artists. Y'all handle this, y'all handle that. You got to have that twin brain. And listen, I get it. A lot of people don't. Here's the focus, though. What are you trying to do? Like, what if you're trying to build a business to carry everybody in your family through? That's one thing. Right. And if you're trying to do that, then build a business. What that means is you got to watch the family members that come putting holes in the boat when you're trying to get across the sea. So sometimes you build a boat by yourself. Y'all all wait over here on the shore. Stay here. I'm building this boat. I'm going to go over and build this, and then I'm going to come back and see who's worthy to come.
Worthy. Yo, I'm going to keep it real, man. There's another clip in here where he said that, I had to fire my aunt. She was freeloading, feeling entitled, not showing up for work. Yo, when you're starting a business and you become successful, I'm not talking about from personal experience. I'm just talking about from things that I've observed successful people speaking on, maybe a little personal with certain things. Obviously, no level of success like Tyler Perry, but I'm just saying, all right? When you're 22 and you making that league money, you know what I'm saying? All right, real quick. You can, even if you're not, if you're just a person in the family, you could be at McDonald's getting paid $20 an hour. And if you're the type of person that is always looking out for other people and you surround yourself with people that allow you to always look out for other people, you got to be careful of your loved ones. You got to be careful of your loved ones. We hear a lot of, these athletes who get rich and famous and they got family members, they mom and dad thinking that they owe them this, owe them that, the cousin, they owe them this. That will put you in some really compromising positions. And when it hits the fan for you, and because you've been giving out everything to everybody else for so long, now when you don't have it, because life is what? A roller coaster. So now when you don't have it, ain't nobody coming to give you anything. They gonna be looking at you like, I thought you were good, bro. No, I'm not good. Because I surrounded myself with all of y'all and y'all was acting like y'all wasn't good because y'all allowed me to pay for all this stuff. Now, it's still shame on me, my dumb ass, for paying it, but family can get you in trouble. Family will, he good, he got it. Put you in a very compromising position during times where you can't afford to be put in that position, especially if you hold yourself as a strong person to where other people will give themselves the excuse in their mind, start rationalizing in their mind why it should be okay for them to do certain things that they know damn well they shouldn't be doing. So I'm just going to leave it there.
Because anybody who's going to drag you down or put holes in the boat or try to destroy you, man, why bring them over? I have a family member got mad at me because I wouldn't give them $1 million. It's really easy to say for somebody to sit here who has means and go, like we all do, and go, money. It's because the person out there watching is going, they say money don't make happiness, but I sure in hell would like to find out.
Yes.
But the truth of the matter is this, what I found about, as you said, perfect word, money's a tool so that you can get the things that you need and all the other stuff. But who you are, you're only going to become more of that with money. So if you're a good person and you're setting a good standard with nothing, you can hold that all the way through having it all. Because that is what God is looking at. Where is your heart right now?
Yeah,
Where's your heart with nothing? When I had $2 and I would give one to the church, that was my heart saying, and if you want it all, God, I'll give it all to you. So that's where my heart is.
Nah, I ain't doing all that. But you got $2. You need, teach their own.
So God is looking at your heart. What is your heart saying? I don't care if you're broke. I don't care if you have $1 billion or $10 billion. What is your heart? And according to the word of God, what is in a man's heart, so shall he be. Right?
So to each their own. To each their own. And I saw Steve, right? Setting boundaries with family members will put you to the test. That's a fact. And I also saw Steve right earlier. My family is from West Virginia, and I'm not going to some of those spots. That's how I feel about this. Talking about the Bronx. Oh yeah, my dad from the Bronx. Yeah, that's why I know to avoid certain. Yeah, okay. All right. I like that Gucci sweatsuit. I'm talking about Tyler Perry. All right, so let's move on. What's the next thing that we got? We got are we gonna do the Barack one? Hold on. Yeah, actually, we are gonna do this. Hold on. I want to bring up the Michelle Obama interview because that's where we got cut off last time. Hopefully we don't get cut off today. But I want to bring it up because there were a couple of things that we didn't finish up talking about. And it has it on the exact point that we were at. So that's good. I'll probably scroll maybe a couple minutes before. But you guys got it on your screen. All right, boom. So I want to have the conversation mainly around the education system, because I think that's where we got cut off, with them having a conversation about manhood, parenting, raising boys when it comes to the education system. And then the other point that I wanted to address was that the main point? That may have been the main point. All right. So I'm going to move it a little bit ahead to 54, move it a little earlier. I don't know when's the last time y'all heard it. So we'll do 54. And I want to have this conversation. I really want to have this conversation. So Ant wrote an industry plant all along. You talking about Tyler Perry? I don't know. It's Dak. Just want to thank you for checking out our video and visiting the OG Network. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure that you give us a like. And if you're looking to join a community of inspired individuals striving for purposeful abundance, subscribe. And if you're feeling real generous, share the video with some friends and family. All right, I'll see y'all soon. Ew.